Hello everybody. It is 12:30. We're going to go live for our High Frequency Friday here in just a minute. We'll see if anybody pops on. I'm so excited to start this series. So, who's feeling high? Who's feeling like they got their high frequency going? Woohoo! Alrighty. I'm sitting here on the floor of my office, the Zen Den. It's where I feel like I've got some good high vibes, some good high frequency going. So I'm super excited. Wait just another minute here. So it's Friday, it's beautiful out. I don't know where you guys are joining in from, but I personally get super excited with the sunlight. So I am happy it's hot. I am happy it's sunny. I am happy it's Friday. There's so many reasons to be happy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And if you're joining in, definitely just check in and say hi. Shoot me some hearts. Shoot me some lightning bolts. Shoot me some high frequency when you guys tune in. So welcome to High Frequency Friday. I am Coach 6 Foot Sarah, aka Sarah Krippner, your vibrational healing coach. And what does that really mean? So we're going to talk a little bit about what that means real quick, and then we're going to go into some tips to literally raise your vibration, your frequency. So as a vibrational healing coach, my goal is to work with you in multiple areas in your life where you can literally start to raise the vibration, raise the frequency of your body to allow healing to either speed up or start in the first place. Your body, the human body, actually has a frequency, a healthy frequency between, I've heard anywhere from 65 to even, 65 to even 70, depending on how many of your larger organs, like your heart and your brain, if they're all pumping, if they're all vibing at their healthiest frequency, you're going to be somewhere in the 65 to 70 megahertz. Okay. Now, when different things like dis-ease start to take place, maybe inflammation from foods you're eating or things like that, the common cold, maybe you're having just allergies or something like that. As your body starts to have different things that lower the vibration, literally, different diseases can start to take place. So if your healthy range is say 65 to 70, just to give you some parameters, when you start getting closer to 40, that's when cancer sets in. If you're looking at 40, 42, that's the frequency, that's the low vibe frequency where cancer can actually start to thrive and take over the human body. On the further end of the spectrum, closer to say 24, 22, that's when the body actually starts to go into the dying process. So that gives you kind of a wide range, sort of, when you're talking in megahertz, but not that wide, right? When you're talking about every little degree of vibration that your body lowers, you get closer and closer to things that hold you in pain cycles. And when you're in pain, what starts to happen when you're in pain? Your mental state starts to go down. You don't feel good when, hi, Amy, yay, fellow massage therapist in the house. When you don't feel good emotionally, you start to not want to be as active. Maybe you don't want to engage with people as much, and that lowers your vibration, your frequency even more. So here are some of the things that can either lower or raise your frequency depending on which way you're taking them. So when it comes to foods, there's lots of foods that are either a low frequency or a high frequency. And as part of my training as a health coach, talking more about food, if you're in a place where you're eating something that you consider not so healthy, there's two vibrations you're talking about there. Let's just pick on fast food because it's the easy go-to as far as when you think you're not eating healthfully. It's fast food. So if you're eating fast food, It's a low vibration food. You're not getting much frequency, some healing frequency out of your different fast food restaurants. But then because we've been trained pretty steadily over the last at least decade that that food is bad for us, so now you have the mental or the emotional, the negative connotation in your head, like that you're doing something to hurt yourself. And so you've got two vibrations working there that are actually lowering your overall healing performance inside your body. And then if you tackle onto that, maybe you don't feel so good physically after you eat that kind of food, so then you don't go for your afternoon walk or something like that. So then you're not getting in that exercise. So if you're looking to raise your vibration, and I'm looking at just this weekend, we're going to go for High Frequency Friday to start us off for the weekend, and we're going to look at just things that will raise our vibration, okay? It's good to notice what you're doing or not doing that's maybe hurting you, but even better would be to focus on those things that are actually serving you. Because when you're focusing on what you're doing right, what do you feel? You feel good, right? You feel like you're winning. You feel like you're treating your body well. Nobody likes to be told that they're doing something wrong. Nobody likes to be told that they're hurting themselves, right? So Amy just said, raw veggies and juicing is my jam. I love that. And it's so true. So, touching on that, thanks for bringing that up, Amy. So food on a general scale, if you're looking at fast food, it's pretty low on the vibration. We're talking 0s and 1s and 2s. We're talking pretty low here. When you get up to fresh produce like raw veggies, juice, things like that, that bypasses even like your dried supplements. So when you're looking at raising your vibration, dried supplements, like a multivitamin, things like that, aren't much higher on the frequency scale than fast food. So going for your raw veggies and whatnot is going to be a way better serving of high vibe, high frequency healing nutrition than relying on a supplement or a green powder or something like that, a protein powder. So even if, to give you the example, if you're going to put a ton of dressing on your salad, but you're eating this huge salad, potentially from a frequency standpoint, you're actually doing your body a lot of good because you're eating all those fresh veggies, and that frequency is going to serve you way better than if your option is like, the only way I'll eat a salad is with a lot of salad dressing. Go for it if your other option is going through the drive-through, because you're not only getting all those fresh nutrients from the produce, but from a frequency standpoint, you're doing way better. So I'm not saying the dressing shouldn't be a factor, what kind of dressing, how much dressing you're using. But if you need some extra dressing to kind of tantalize you into eating more fresh vegetables, that could be your path to get started. So that's awesome. Even higher than fresh produce is actually your raw foods. So probiotics, apple cider vinegar, anything that's got those living cultures in it. So you've got kimchi, you've got your fermented vegetables, wheatgrass. You guys, I don't know if you know wheatgrass, but get to know wheatgrass. I actually have a wheatgrass machine at home, so I can press out my own fresh wheatgrass right at home. I used to go to the Whole Foods to get mine, and they actually had an awesome brand. It's the brand I still buy and use at home. Hey, Mary Lou! It's Andy's Way, and I trust their brand because they're organic and they're sun-grown, so the flavor is really good for the wheatgrass. And I've been to their farm. I've seen their process. They're a local couple, Jeremy and Malie Lefkowitz. I hope I said that right. They're a great couple, so I love supporting them. But wheatgrass, y'all, if you're having trouble eating a big salad to get your nutrients, then a shot of wheatgrass, 1 to 2 ounces of wheatgrass, could be equivalent to about 5 pounds of fresh vegetables. That's a ton. And you might not like the flavor at first, but you could get used to it. You could do a chaser or something like that. But the impact from twofold, again, we're looking at the nutrient content, but also the high frequency power of that wheatgrass every morning. Oh my gosh, so amazing. And even higher than live foods, guys, is essential oils. So if you get a good quality essential oil, I'm a doTERRA girl. I love my doTERRA. Not the same as the essential oils you're going to get at your department stores or even your Whole Foods or your health food stores. If you're talking a really high grade essential oil, like doTERRA, for instance, they're one of the highest frequencies out there to supplement the healing process, the immunity process in your body. Essential oils can be an amazing benefit to your body to literally raise your vibration. If you're looking to counteract some of the things that you might have been doing that maybe aren't so serving, essential oils, wheatgrass, those would be two places I would start. Apple cider vinegar. I love apple cider vinegar. I don't know if anybody else loves apple cider vinegar the way that I do, but I use it just about every day. And it's just, Google it. And I use Bragg's. Bragg's is the brand that I use. But if you Google apple cider vinegar and, the benefits of it, you're going to come up with 20 or 30 different things right off the bat. So, all these things, guys, can help counterbalance things that you might be doing. Oh, I'm getting the low battery sign. Could counterbalance what you're doing that could be a low vibration activity. And next week, guys, since I'm running low on battery, I can't believe I didn't charge my phone. Next week, I'm going to dive a little bit more into your emotional state, because your emotional state, like I hinted at earlier, is humongous when it comes to your vibration. Your vibrations or your emotions actually do have a vibrational scale. So if you're hanging out in a low vibration like fear or anger or blame or shame, you're not only not in a good mood, you're not seeing the possibilities of life. You're not having a good day. You're not having good relationships that day because you're feeling bad. You're feeling fearful. But when you let your vibration raise up, when you do things, hang around people who lift you up, eat good foods that lift you up, listen to music that lifts you up, raises that vibration, raises that emotion, you guys, you're doing way more than just turning your day around from an emotional standpoint. You're literally creating that environment inside your body where you can start healing. If you've got digestive issues, that can be amazingly connected with your emotional state. So there's lots of things, guys, that you might already be dabbling in that can really serve you to literally raise your vibration. So you have two goals this weekend before my phone cuts off. High vibe foods, guys. Try some wheatgrass. Go to a store, make sure it's organic, preferably sun grown, not inside a facility. You want that natural sun, gives it a better taste. Try some apple cider vinegar. Try some big bowl of salad. Are you getting your fresh fruits and berries in your salads in? Even if you got to put some dressing on it, I'm giving you permission to put extra dressing on it just to get that plate huge, a huge bowl of salad, right? So those are two food things that I want you to try. Just the live foods like wheatgrass, apple cider vinegar, and then your fresh produce. If you're not sure about essential oils, don't just go out and buy some. Reach out to me directly and I can help guide you on that. Seriously, because I want you to get a good kind. I want you to use the right type of healing essential oil. And then just enjoy the weekend. Your goal is to have fun. Your goal is to feel good. That's the most important thing. What can you do to feel good this weekend? Sometimes we eat foods that we think will make us feel good, but they really don't. We're more serving an emotional need, and we tend to eat a food that we think is going to make us feel better, but at the end of the day, it doesn't, because we feel guilty about it, right? So pay attention to that this weekend. How are you feeling when you're eating certain foods? If you've already got a birthday planned and you're going to eat cake and you're going to have a glass of wine, get into a good high vibe emotional state before you eat it. Don't make yourself feel bad for eating it. That doesn't do any good. So that's going to kind of wrap up the first High Frequency Friday. since my phone keeps telling me it's about to close down. So I thank you guys for joining me. I hope you put some of this stuff into play. I hope you look at your weekend and go, how can I raise my vibration this weekend? Literally just walking outside and smiling and being appreciative of some good friends that you have in your life, because I got a ton of good friends. I don't know about y'all, but I'm making friends left and right that raise my vibration. A couple of them are on this live with me today. So get your core group of people that help you feel good. Go outside, get some sunshine, do your shot of wheatgrass, and raise your vibration, guys. Let's go for a high frequency Friday. Let's go for a high frequency weekend. And join me next Friday at 12:30. We're going to talk a little bit more about your emotions and how your emotions can raise your vibration. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next week. Bye.